All right, the news rattled the LSU football program as much as Joe Burrow graduating a couple of weeks back. Jacob Brown and our guy Will Stout hired by Southern California. It was announced on Wednesday that those guys leaving Baton Rouge and heading out to Los Angeles. Stout made the social media post, and from there, I mean, it was wildfire. Stout yesterday posted that I told myself many years ago, as far back as I can remember, that I would end up in Los Angeles one day. It's always about my dream, and it's something that I've always looked forward to and worked for. Well, turns out it's happening much sooner than expected. I'm very happy to share that I have accepted a job at University of Southern California and will work and finish my degree in L.A. Yes, I thought I'd be back for one more year at LSU, but I also believe everything happens for a reason, and I believe this opportunity is best for me personally and for my career. To LSU, Baton Rouge, and all of Louisiana, I can't thank you enough. Louisiana will always be home to me, and I'll never forget what LSU has done for me. To those at LSU who have helped me along the way, for your support and trust in me means more than you will ever know. This definitely wasn't an easy decision to make, but it's one that I think is truly right for me. I'm excited to start my new life in Los Angeles, and I'm excited to be a USC Trojan. Next chapter. Will Stout, good morning. Congratulations, sir. How are you?
Thank you. I'm doing good. How are y'all?
How was that last final exam in Baton Rouge?
Actually, I got one more on Saturday. I actually just took one this morning, and I got one more. But yeah, it's been crazy.
So you came into the studio a couple of months back and took us through the process, and we asked you what was next for you, and there was a lot of opportunity, but you still had school left. You still have a couple of hours left. Talk to me about how tough this decision was to make when you still had a degree open.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely wasn't easy. You know, that's obviously getting my degree is very, very important to me, and it's something that I'm definitely going to do. And, you know, kind of my plan is I only have 11 hours left about. So, you know, I'm just pretty much finishing my degree online while I'm working for USC. And that's kind of the plan. And, you know, we'll have to see about graduate school at USC or whatever happens, happens. But
okay, you're going to finish your degree online. Are you going to have any relations? Because, like, when I think about USC, I think about USC Film School, right? And I mentioned it earlier, but, like, Spielberg, Coppola, George Lucas, like, the names that come out of there, it's absurd. Famuyiwa, who we mentioned, I keep saying his name wrong, who we mentioned earlier today, are you going to be able to do anything with the film school? Like, are there any plans in that regard?
Yes, there are. Nothing is, like, set in stone yet, but that's definitely, in talks. That's definitely part of it. I mean, that's a big reason why I made this decision. But yeah.
So you mentioned in your statement that Los Angeles has always been a goal. What about L.A.? What about that part of the world has attracted you?
It's the whole Hollywood scene. It's the whole film scene. That's something that I've always wanted to do. It's something like that's something that I've always been like interested in, and I definitely want to get part of that and see what I can do out there. And I mean, for this opportunity to come up right now is kind of surreal. It really hadn't even like set in yet, to be honest. So like, I haven't really thought about it much because it's just been like wild. But yeah, it's just, I definitely want to be out there. I definitely want to get into that scene, see what I can do. That's something that I'm very passionate about and something that I love. So, this is a special opportunity. So
I hate to sound like a guidance counselor, but where do you see yourself in 3 years? What's the ultimate for you?
Oh, I mean, the ultimate goal one day is to work on movies, whether that's directing, cinematography, even writing shit. I mean, just anything. Like that's something that I definitely want to do. As far as 3 years, I mean, I don't know. I mean, just kind of what's happening right now. Like you never know what's gonna happen. I just kind of every day's a new day, pretty much.
Hell yeah, man! So, it's a great time of life for you, man. You're so young. And
I know. It makes me feel bad.
It does. It's great. I mean, embrace
accomplishing all of your
buddy.
dreams. Congrats.
Embrace every single bit of it because this is the time in life where these are the opportunities.
Well, I mean,
that come your way. I mean, you've set yourself up to have choices, and in life, all we can really ask for is choices. And you've got great choices. I mean, talk to me about what you guys have accomplished at LSU over the last 3 seasons. Munson was on with Moscona yesterday afternoon. Obviously, we talk to Panamsky and Cody Worsham and that crew all the time. Take me through what you guys as a team have accomplished over the last 3 years.
I mean, it's definitely something that's never been done before. I mean, it was working with those guys, with Cody, with Brandon, with DP, and I mean everybody there. It was honestly a blessing because they guided me and helped me in ways that like I couldn't even imagine. So that team was definitely something that I'm going to miss. I mean, it was a lot of fun working with them, and the past 3 years have been just. I mean, I couldn't really ask for more. Like it was an awesome time. Everything went really, really well, and I'm also really excited to see what they do moving forward. Yeah. It's gonna be awesome. So,
have you? I mean, speaking of how much could change in 3 years, did you ever guess that 3 years ago that your departure from LSU would garner like headlines and radio interviews and people online, like serious-minded people online, talking about this is a big loss for LSU? Like, would you have ever seen any of this?
No. I mean, straight up, no. Actually, a funny story. So my senior year of high school, one of my friends' parents was giving out like senior gifts or whatever, and one of my biggest dreams, obviously, the USC Film School. That's like a big deal, and it was always been my dream to be out there in LA and be part of that film school and everything. So one of my friends' moms actually got me a USC blanket, and I still have it today. And it's kind of crazy that, that thought process back then, it's kind of 3 years later, it's coming true, which is surreal to me. But
wow, hell yeah, man!
Wow,
congratulations, bro. I mean, really and truly, this is a great deal. What about the challenge of leaving the most I mean, I was looking at the analytics that you guys have put out and produced over the last. This season alone, I mean, you guys are lapping the field. It's LSU, and everybody else is, I mean, kind of doubled back. I mean, it's you guys are doubling everybody up. So now you leave a Facebook site. Let's just say LSU's Facebook site that has over 1 million follows and likes to USC's that has 30,000. What is the challenge that you and Jacob have of kind of getting that program up and going?
Honestly, thought process says we're just going there and we're just going to do what we've been doing. We're just going to kind of do what we do best and just see where it takes us. I mean, to be quite honest, I haven't really thought about the engagements and thought about all that stuff. I'm going there to do as much as I can for USC and, do as best I can on these videos to see where it takes me. So,
a Baton Rouge native. A name that has become a household name over the past couple of seasons with LSU football and the hype videos. Will Stout, congratulations on everything, bro. Go get them. And don't forget about us back in Baton Rouge. Congratulations again.
Absolutely, brother. Thank you.
Congrats, Will.
You got it. There he is. Thanks, Will Stout checking in this morning as he's finishing up an exam on LSU's campus. He's got one Saturday.
Be like a fat guy in a movie one time.
He's got one Saturday, awesome. And then he'll be out in California.